TLDR, I really like Relay, and I really think you'll really like Relay too. Whether you're just getting a side gig off the ground and you're looking for a place to stash your business cash, or if you're an established business but you're just not really feeling your current banking solution anymore, I would recommend taking Relay for a spin. And if you sign up with my link, sidekick.show/relay, and fund your account with just $100, Relay will give you $100 more just as a little welcome gift. And they'll also give me a little money. So it's a great way to support the channel. And you'll get access to Relay's suite of genuinely helpful money management tools, so win, win, win. But if you want a little bit more information before you take the plunge, I'm all about that. Stick around, because I'm going to pull back the curtain, give you a tour of their features, talk about the pros and cons of the platform, and help you decide if it's a good option for your business. My name is David Steininger, your self-employment sidekick, and this is my 2024 review of Relay. I've been using Relay for about 4 years now. Now, before I dig into the features, a quick disclosure. Relay is a sponsor of Self-Employment Sidekick, and I participate in their referral program. What this means is every now and then, Relay will pay me to promote them on my channel, and they will also pay me a commission anytime somebody signs up and funds an account using my link, sidekick.show/relay. What it does not mean is that I'm just a shill, I don't actually use or believe in the product, I just care about the money. No, I genuinely enjoy Relay. I have no hesitation recommending the platform, and I will stake my reputation as an honest and helpful person on that recommendation. They don't need to pay me to say that, but I'm glad they do. Also, Relay doesn't have any editorial oversight of this review. I'm not going to show them a preview before I publish. This is my honest review. I'm not sweeping anything under the rug. It also bears mentioning, Relay is not a bank in and of itself. Rather, they call themselves a financial technology company, and they partner with another bank, Thread Bank. They actually manage the ledger, hold the money, do all that stuff. Relay provides the software and services that we end users interface with, and Thread Bank handles all the nitty-gritty compliance insurance stuff. But that frees up the Relay team to focus on building a really nice platform. Now, one of the first things that struck me is just how nice it looks. The interface, in my opinion, is really well designed and intuitive. This is a demo account, because you don't need to be up in my business, but this is what it actually looks like. When you first log in, you'll see a list of all your recent transactions. And over here in the sidebar, we can access all of our accounts. You can open up to 20 different checking accounts and easily manage them from this dashboard. If you follow the Profit First method, which you can learn more about in this video here, you can have an account that receives all of your income and then periodically divvy that into separate accounts. So you have operating expenses, owner's pay, tax, profit, and if you have special project or travel budget or a long-term savings account, you can create other special accounts dedicated to that. You can also create up to 2 interest-bearing savings accounts. You might want to use those for your taxes or profit accounts, since those are a little bit more idle. They accumulate money over a long period of time, so why not earn a little interest on that? Just keep in mind, it will be a little interest. Currently, rates are between 1% and 2%, depending on how much you have in your savings account. You need $250K to unlock 2% and $1 million to unlock 3%. So that's probably not most of us. And compared to something like a Marcus high-interest savings account that is currently yielding 4.1% on all balances, it's not the best rates. But compared to some other banks that offer a whopping 0.01%, it's not that bad. And there's something to say for having everything under one roof. You can click on one of your accounts to get a list of transactions for that specific account, and you can click on a specific transaction to get some more information about that. The date, the balance, where it was from, who it was initiated by, and if you sent a check, you can even get a little check image right here in this window, which is nice. Up here, you can access your monthly statements and get a little extra details. This is just a nice touch. It's a very simple thing, but I love it. You can just copy and paste your bank account and routing number. For whatever reason, my personal bank account makes getting your account number such a headache. It's right here. Just something I appreciate. Then you have options to move your money up here. You can send a payment, transfer funds between accounts or to an external account. And then here's one of Relay's signature dishes, auto transfer rules. I'll come back to that in a minute. But first, how do you get money into your account? Well, you can click Add Money up here and link an external account and initiate an ACH transfer. Or you can make a mobile check deposit using their app, which I gotta say, they did a good job on their app. Just like their web app, it's clean looking, it's easy to use. The mobile check deposit's right here on top, it's not buried. And you select the account, fill in the information, and then take a picture of the front and back of your check, and voila. Except sometimes not always voila right away. One outstanding gripe I have with the app is that it defaults to auto capture. There's no button I can push. It's supposed to automatically snap a photo once the check is lined up and in focus. But I don't know if it's just my phone, but I usually get a warning that I have to try several times before the app gives up and says, fine, you can try taking a photo manually. Here's a button you can press. And then I do it, and then it works just fine. Not a huge deal, but it's frustrating, and I hope it's something that they can look into and improve. You can also make cash deposits at Allpoint Plus ATMs, it has to be the plus type, and Green Dot ATMs. When they first announced cash deposits a couple years ago, I was really excited to try it out, but then I found the closest Allpoint Plus ATM was like 40 minutes away in North Jersey. But since then, looking at a map, it looks like there are a couple Plus ATMs at both Targets near my house, so 10, 12 minutes away. And Relay also recently joined the Green Dot ATM network, and they're all over the place. They're in 7-Eleven, CVS, Dollar Tree. Definitely an improvement there. Things to keep in mind, Allpoint has a $1,000 per transaction limit. It doesn't mention a daily limit, so potentially you could deposit several $1,000s. You just need to do it over the course of a few transactions. Green Dot ATMs are more plentiful, but they have a lower $500 per transaction limit and a $1,500 per day limit. And they typically charge a service fee. Now, I don't know how comfortable you'd be walking into a 7-Eleven with over $1,500 in cash. I try not to make a habit of it. So let's call cash deposits a nice to have. I think its true usefulness has its limits. And if you're a brick and mortar cash heavy business, and you're emptying out several cash registers into thick canvas bags at the end of every day, you might be better off with a brick and mortar bank. But then you'd be missing out on one of my favorite features. Let's go back to auto transfer rules. There are two flavors you can choose from: maximum bounce rule and profit first. Maximum bounce allows you to set a threshold for an account, and then on a schedule of your choice, automatically sweep any excess money into another account or accounts. So for instance, if you have an expense account that you pay bills out of, you can always make sure that's filled up to cover your regular expenses first. Let's say we always want at least $2,000 in there, and then we can transfer the extra money into a profit account. The profit first rule is essentially the same mechanism, but it's preset to regularly divide your income into the recommended sub-accounts according to the profit first method. So let's say twice monthly, we'll keep $0 in income, and then we'll transfer $50 into operating expenses, $30 into tax, $15 into owner's pay, and $5 into profit. Now, Relay doesn't just work well with a Profit First system by accident. As of last year, they are the official banking platform of Profit First. They partnered with Mike Michalowicz, the author of Profit First, and Profit First Professionals. That's the network of accountants and bookkeepers who are experts in the method. And they've started co-producing some educational resources like webinars to help small business owners learn how to manage their cash flow, make sure they're paying themselves enough. Good stuff. I'm a huge fan of Mike Michalowicz. He gets small business. I'm pointing to some books on my shelf. I don't know if you can see. And I'm interested to see what more comes of this partnership. Back to the dashboard. Let's click on cards. You can create debit cards, physical cards or virtual cards that you can add to your mobile wallet for each of your accounts. Now, I don't really use this feature, but this could be really valuable if you work with a team. You can assign different cards to different accounts and different team members. You can set spending limits, daily transaction and monthly transaction limits. You can monitor who has access and what they're spending money on. So you can confidently send your intern out on a supply run and make sure that they're not going on an unsanctioned shopping spree on the company dime. Just give them a card that's tied to the office supply account and set a daily spending cap. Now, along with allowing team members to make purchases, Relay has a receipt management tool that will ping your team members, or yourself if you need a reminder, after they make a purchase on a Relay card, and it will request that you take a picture of the receipt using the app, and then it will automatically associate that photo with the proper transaction. And you can require this for all purchases or only those over $75 as per IRS guidelines. And you can also collect receipts by forwarding email receipts to a dedicated email address, like your company name at receipts.relayfi.com, and it will auto-match it with the card transaction. I don't collect receipts, so maybe I should start doing this. Something to Google later. Relay just started rolling out business credit cards as well. The Relay Visa card offers 1.5% cash back on all purchases, and similar to the debit cards, you can set spending limits for different team members, restrict purchases to certain vendors or categories. I also like the idea of centralizing all your spending info. Like, I use a Chase credit card currently, and I can see that I made a payment on my Chase account, but if I actually want to see the transactions, I have to log into Chase. But if I used a Relay card, all my transactions, credit card spend, debit card spend, bank account transfers, everything would be accessible. Everything would be accessible from a single dashboard. But I cannot get a Relay card because unfortunately only businesses with over $20,000 monthly revenue are eligible to apply at this time, and I don't make that much money yet, as much as I'd like to. So, you know, I'll check back in a decade or so. Next up is payments. If you regularly work with a contractor or a vendor, you can maintain a list of payees and their payment info. And you can even request your payee to plug in their own payment info themselves. You can choose this option right here, and it will send them an email with a link that will take them to a secure form. They can complete that, add their bank account info, and now you have that on record. You can even check this box to require a W-9 form, and then you'll have that on file, so you have everything you need to distribute 1099s. Recurring payments is what it sounds like. You can schedule monthly or weekly payments to the recipient of your choice, choose the payment method, the source account, the amount, and the frequency. You could potentially also use this to pay yourself as well on a regular basis. Lastly, we have checks. As of the summer, you can order third-party checks to use with a dedicated Relay account. And there's a cool little security feature. You can set an approval threshold. So if somebody tries to deposit a check under a certain amount, it will automatically go through. But if it's above that amount, you'll get pinged, or you can assign another check admin to get a notification, and they'll have to click a button to approve it before it will clear. Just a nice layer of security, especially if you have a big team handling different aspects of payments. Speaking of teams, you can add new users to your account and grant them different permission levels: read only, administrator, bill payer, card holder, manager, deposit only. You can also add advisors to your account: bookkeepers, accountants. I work with Formations Corp. I've added them as an advisor so they can see all my transactions and help keep my books clean. Now, I skipped over a few other things. There are some pro features. Relay is free. There are hardly any fees. There's no overdraft fees, no minimum balance requirements, no minimum deposit, no bounce check fees, no monthly just because you have an account with us fee that some banks charge. The only fees that some people might need to pay are outgoing wire transfers. It's $5 for domestic, $10 for international wires. You will not pay anything for incoming wire transfers. But there is a pro plan for $30 a month. On the pro plan, wire transfers are free. So if you do a lot of international wire transfers in the course of a month, that might be worth it. It also unlocks some advanced integrations with QuickBooks and Xero. You can import and manage bills and set up approval rules for those. I haven't tested that. I can't really speak to it. I think most people will be perfectly fine with the free plan. But there are some more features to take advantage of if you think that's something that'd be useful. Now, a warning. I just want to set some expectations and address some comments I see pop up on my previous reviews of Relay. One, Relay is for US-based businesses, but YouTube is global. So I think there may have been some people who found my video, thought, oh, that sounds really cool, and tried to apply for an account, but got rejected because they were an international company. Let me get ahead of the confusion this time. Relay does accept applications from business owners who live outside the US, but the business itself has to have an operating presence in the States. And there's going to be some additional information you'll need to provide. 2, it may take a few weeks for your account to warm up. When I first opened my Relay account, transfers and check deposits seem to take a long time to clear, sometimes over a week. And I'm seeing comments that make it sound like you guys are experiencing this too. But within a month, things started moving a lot faster, and now checks often clear next business day. I don't know if it's on Relay's side or something with their partner bank. It seems like there is a short getting to know you period. So just plan for that. If you have to move large sums of money on a tight deadline, maybe take care of that before you dump everything into a brand new Relay account. Test it out with a smaller initial deposit, and if you like it, you can start transferring more funds in. And by the time you migrate everything over, things should be moving much more quickly. Just have a little bit of patience with this. 3, I don't work for Relay. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have, but for more technical issues with your account, you're probably better off reaching out directly to their support team or checking out their help center. I'll link to that in the description. So that's Relay. If you couldn't tell, I'm a fan. It's free, it's fresh, it's feature-rich, and it's thriving. No, what's an F word for thriving? Flourishing. It's flourishing. Since I opened my account 4 years ago, they have only continued to make improvements, add new features, roll out new partnerships and resources, and I've seen they're hiring and growing, and I feel confident that they will be able to continue serving me and other small businesses for the long run. If you want to check it out for yourself, please remember to use my link, sidekick.show/relay, and you'll get a $100 sign-up bonus when you fund your account with $100. It's like doubling your money. Pretty cool. And if you want more tips, tricks, tool reviews, and interviews with other business heroes like you, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and if there's anything else I can do to help you along your self-employment journey, you can reach out at selfemploymentsidekick.com. Because self-employment doesn't have to be by your self-employment. I'm here to help. My name is Dave Steininger, your trusty sidekick. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.